What's going on, everybody? It's that time. Let's rock and roll. Get your journals out, get your notes out. Let's get these ABCs of wealth going. For those of you that are just tuning in, this is the ABCs of Wealth Challenge, and that's where we'll be going live every single day for 26 days with some tips and gems related to the letters and the alphabet, as it has to do with getting or creating more cash flow for yourself. So definitely type your city and state where you are logging in from in the comments and click the share button, guys. Show your boy some love. Share this to everybody that you know. You never know who this information is blessing. And what better way for you to help by spreading this message to everybody on your timeline in social media land. Look, I see y'all. I see you logging in. So now that I see you guys, I'm going to go ahead and jump right on in. We are on letter L, right? L. L is actually for you to learn. Learn is learn. I'm going to start off with learn. Now, through this whole ABCs of Wealth Challenge, I've been discussing things related to improving your cash flow, right? Now, growing up, hear what I'm saying? Growing up, most people were only taught what their family knew about money, and that came from their family at the time when they were young, just like you were, right? They didn't learn how to save, make, and grow their money from school at all. So they learned from what they saw, which reflected on what they did, which reflects on what they were taught or what they taught you. See, this started a cycle that you have to be able to unlearn what you were taught if you want to be in a better place financially than they were or those that came before you. Does that make sense? Now, another L is for loans. These loans out here on this day and today, be careful. Be careful when you fill out these loan documents, guys. I mean, any type of loan. Listen, the bank is not giving you the money because they love you. The banks nor the creditors are giving you money because they just want to help you out. They're actually giving you money because they're making money off of you. So you have to know that somewhere in the fine print, it states that. Here's what I was told all the time, or what I learned. If the bank feels that they can make some more money off of the fact that you need money, guess what? They will. The borrower is always slave to the lender. So when you get a loan, you have to understand at some point, whether you do it on the front end or you do it on the back end, you're giving the bank free money in the form of what's called interest. Interest is another word. I already talked about that, but interest. Yeah, you guys are familiar with that, right? Anytime you hear the word interest, know that a loan is involved. Yeah, I'm going to say that again because you got to learn L, right? Anytime you hear the word interest, a loan is involved. For example, everyone has a checking account, right? If the bank is giving you 1% interest on your checking account, that means that they're lending your money because it's interest, right? They can't give you 1% on your checking account if they haven't lent your money. So what you need to do is figure out where they're putting your money and getting 10% while they're giving you 1%. And I promise you, your whole lifestyle will start to change if you go and learn how to invest wholesale instead of retail. Learn. It's all about learning, right? Let me tell you, when I learned this information, my perspective on money and the limits, they went through the roof because they were the limits that I had set, they were lifted. See, if you give me 1% when I walk into the bank and all I had to do was give you my ID and I get in an account, then that means that I'm actually getting interest and a loan is involved. So you got to ask, how are y'all giving me 1%? And if you give me 1%, you got to be getting at least 10. So where is that 10%? See, guys, the banks is leveraging you. They're leveraging your money. They're going to make more money and they're going to give you the smaller percentage because you're the one at the end of the line getting the loan. Remember, the borrower is always slave to the lender. So look, because you're at the end of the line and you're getting a loan, why don't you jump to the beginning of the line and use leverage like they're using to get the 10% instead of the 1% that they're giving you? You know why? Because you haven't learned, which is L, you haven't learned yet that this is how this game is played. So you have to learn that investing wholesale, which is where the higher percentages are, instead of retail, which is where the lower percentages are, will make you wealthier a whole lot faster. Guys, I'm telling you, this game out here of money is crazy, but it's simple. Look, there's two types of debt: installment debt and revolving debt. Revolving debt is what you got to get rid of. And you got to know the difference between the two. You got to. Make sure that you learn that the ins and outs of any loan that you sign always have terms and agreement. You got to learn what the interest is, or if not, your children will be paying on that debt well after you're gone. Look, guys, that's my time. Real quick. You have to be able or open to learn so you can expand and broaden your knowledge about wealth. And you want to read and understand all the terms on any loan before you accept it. Do me a favor. Share this video with everyone. I will be back on tomorrow with the letter M. All right. Brandon Caldwell, y'all be safe. Peace.